Salut tout le monde, my name is Lukael and welcome to the Case of the Golden Idol. So if this is your first time on the channel, a very warm welcome to you. I like to play all kinds of games here, but I particularly like detective games and mystery games. And so earlier this year, I played a game which you might have heard of called Return of the Obra Dinn, which I absolutely loved. I really loved how unique it was. I really liked the deduction aspect and just like the detective work in it. Really one of my favorite games that I've played this year. And when I played this game, I got a lot of recommendations for the Case of the Golden Idol as a game that was maybe a little similar to that one. And so I'm very excited to jump into this. This music. So this game was developed by Color Gray Games and released in 2022, which I actually thought the game was much older than that, but apparently it's only 2 years old. So I don't really know anything about it other than it's a mystery game. I haven't really seen any of it other than the screenshots on the Steam page, so we're jumping in completely blind just the way I like it, and I'm really excited to find out what it's all about. So thank you for joining me today, and without any further ado, let's jump right in the Case of the Golden Idol. An abrupt termination of contract. Okay, it's just throwing us right in this little scene here that's like on repeat. Okay, so no tutorial, no nothing. We're just thrown right in. Exploring, thinking. Oh, okay. The scroll. Sorry if my camera's hiding some of this. I might move my webcam a little bit later. The scroll is not filled in. XX pushed XX from a cliff in the X of X on Monkey Paw Island. There are identities to be discovered. There is material to be discovered. Oh, actually, okay, so this might be a little bit more like Duck Detective, which I recently played instead of Return of the Obra Dinn. So let's see. Exploring. So we have hints. There are no hints available for this scenario yet, because this is probably like the tutorial. This is to show you what you can click on. And then we have settings. So I guess we just need to click on these elements to learn a bit more about them. So there's a bag, a tobacco pouch, and a pipe cleaner. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. Okay, and then the other bag has a bag of medical instruments and some medicine. A golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. Is this the golden idol already? Okay. I knew what you were plotting, you snake. A pipe. January 5, 1742. Both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. And it's signed Dr. Esquire, Oberon Albert, and Geller Cloudsley. Wait, why are these names in the wrong order? Oberon, Geller, Cloudsley, Albert. Okay, so we can click on these and then they get added to the bottom. So I'm going to be taking notes for this game. I've learned this much, especially for these detective games. I need to be taking notes. So if you see me looking to the side, either I'm checking my footage to make sure everything is recording properly, or I'm going to be looking at my notes in a little notepad there. So Albert Cloudsley, 2/3 of all valuables, and then Oberon Geller rights to 1/3 of valuables and any golden statue. Okay, so it's not Dr. Esquire, it's Dr. Oberon Geller. Okay. They're just written in a weird way. Okay, and he has a dagger also. And then a little portrait of the guy. I knew what you were plotting, you snake. So which one would that be then? Ah! A scalpel. He's got a map. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Horn of finger. Okay, horn, finger. Horn of thumb. Okay, so when you can click it and the icon is red, that's because you've already added it. Horn of Thumb, Ruins of Xenopolis. There's an X there, and the Bay of Shadows. Okay, so we've got a lot of informations. 11 out of 11. Okay, so I guess that means I've gotten all the clues. So you can sort them alphabetically, which is nice. And then how to play. Observe the environment and gather clues. Drag the right clues into the right slots in the thinking panel. Fill the scroll to finish the scenario. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So it really is much more like Duck Detective than it is like Return of the Obra Dinn. My phrases disappeared. Where did my phrases disappear? When you fill in a panel correctly, all the phrases used in that panel will disappear from your phrase collection. Instead, now you can use them from your filled-in panel. So if you have lost a phrase, check your filled-in panels. Okay. Okay, so very simple controls. We can zoom in to inspect things from closer. So he's got a scalpel. So they both have a copy of the same letter. Well, because this guy has a scalpel on him and a medicine bottle, I assume he is the doctor, so that would be Oberon Geller, which means he's the one that had the right to the statue and a third of things. A bag of medical instruments and some medicine. So this would be the doctor's bag. So he did get a third of the jewels. This guy got 2/3. This guy's got the golden statue. So seems like everything is fine. So why are you pushing the man? Sounds like everything went as was supposed. I'm gonna move my camera to the bottom here. Alright, so I'm gonna move my camera while I solve this so you guys can see. The full screen is kind of used in this game, so it's gonna be hard to find a place to put my camera, but the identities. Well, the guy being pushed is Oberon Geller, which means this is Albert Cloudsley. Ooh. When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly from the slots. All identities are filled in correctly. Alright, so I got it right. There are empty slots. The camp in... I mean, there's an X there, so I guess they're in the ruins of Xenopolis, right? Since the X is there. Correct. Oh. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay, so they're not there, right? Because they're on the side, they're next to the water, so it has to be somewhere else. Right. So let's get rid of these. Now, how could I know where they are? Well, you do see, let's see. You do see these 2 little islands in the back, right? Which means they're probably on the Horn of Thumb then. Aha! Alright. So that's where they are. Which means Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of... Okay, so you have to drag them. A thumb! First case solved. An abrupt termination of contract. The scroll has been fulfilled, no hints accessed. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudsley, Esquire, suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Let's return to scenario selection. Okay, so that's chapter 1, which is complete. Now let's get to chapter 2. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. So it is a little bit like Return of the Obra Dinn in the sense that you are shown like one kind of single scene, and it seems to be the moment either of death or like of a murder. So let's look around. We've got the statue here, the golden idol. It's got holes in the back, almost like you can plug your phone into it or something. Okay. So, should I play with these little markers on or not? I mean, in this case, it's fairly obvious where you're supposed to click, but I don't know. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Okay, it's just a portrait of a guy eating a little bird while having a nice glass of wine. We've got a map, Woodshire, Crow Tower, Blackfield, and that's it. We've got a book here, August 22, that's my birthday, 1786, 12, woke up, a beautiful day, 12:30, washed and dressed in my dining attire, 2 o'clock, had a beautiful roast duck for lunch, how dare you eat a duck, 4 o'clock, changed to my hunting attire, 5 o'clock, rode to hunt badgers, had no luck today and returned home, 6 o'clock, changed to my researching attire, 7 o'clock, changed to my dining attire, a lot of outfit changes in one day. 8, had a tasty beef loin for supper. And then 10:30, filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. And then I guess the next day, things didn't go too well. So were you doing research on spontaneous combustion? Oh, this is another Cloudsley. Not Albert Cloudsley, but Sebastian Cloudsley. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. Alright. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Now, which of his many attires is this? Not sure. There's a boat outside. There's also a horse running by the window. Oh, a horse is running in the yard. We've got a bunch of dates. So I guess it's now the 23rd. So this entry we found, that's yesterday. A tall rickety ladder. Henry Clover, lead poisoning. Okay. We've got a creepy mask, and then here's the man. This clue has been added. The man is not breathing, his head is badly wounded. It sure is, he looks like a zombie. And then a mysterious ring. A ring with a ruby. So I'm supposed to know what happened based on this? Wait, I only have 12 out of 16, so I'm still missing some clues. Spontaneous combustion. And then... is there more? Oh, the guy's name, of course. Sebastian Cloudsley. The identities are not filled in well. This can only be one guy, right? Can only be Sebastian Cloudsley. Right. Okay. So, let's look at his journal again. His dining attire. He had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Then he changed to his hunting attire. It doesn't say that he changed before going to bed, so you would think he's still wearing the same outfit he had last, which would be the dining attire, right? But no, because this is his dining attire. He's got like tools in his pockets, so maybe this is his researching attire, and then the last one you would have is his hunting attire. He just hasn't had time to fill in his diary since. Would this be correct to assume? So hunting attire and then researching attire? Aha. Okay, so I was right in my assumption. Yes, I know. So Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of... passed away in his bed. The cause of death was which occurred when he fell from a horse? Oh, it could be a ladder. Crow Tower, Blackfield. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of deduction going on. Based on like every little detail. There's a book up there. So because he can see the water from his window, you would think he is the Lord of Blackfield, right? That would make sense. The Lord of Blackfield. The cause of death was a head wound. When he fell from... Well, he's still in his hunting attire. Let's see. You can see there's blood on the ground, and the blood isn't from like... the blood doesn't come only from under the ladder. It came all the way from outside, which means... Yeah, he must have fell from his horse and then crawled all the way in here. So he fell from the horse while he was hunting. He does have his hunting attire on. So a head wound. Nice. Didn't make any mistake this time. The goal has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. And he also had the golden idol. So is he a descendant of Albert Cloudsley, or is he like his brother or just a member of his family? Because he does have the golden idol. So is the idol cursed, and then like anyone who owns the idol, like they suffer some terrible death? Maybe. Yes, hello? Complications in the family? Sebastian Cloudsley, 1733-1786. Is this important? Okay. Is this important information? So these are all chapter 1, right? All of this is in chapter 1, is just different parts of it. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman, and then part 3 is the dramatic departure of an outsider. Let's see. I've got my trusty pipe here. What is happening here? Guys, there's a man on fire. Anyone want to maybe help this guy? Spare me, devil. I was simply following orders. Astonishing Monkey Man, property of Pear Brothers. And a knife. It's a knife! That's terrible. A scorched horsebrush. A scorched knife. There's a sword on the ground. What the blazes? August Folky? Toki? Jockey. Oh, it's a J. Jockey. August Jockey Club Derby. 3 race, win Raging Sultan. 35 pounds. Okay. Now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. You seem awfully calm when there's a man on fire. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. Wait, do we have actual magic in this? The secret glyphs for combustion on the idol. Oh. Wait, so he used the idol to cast a spell? A ring with a ruby, that's the same ring from the previous chapter. £1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Interesting. Yes, I know. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, E.C. Okay. 2 shillings and a penny. A saddlebag and a dagger. Stable rota for Adam and James. Horse grooming, stable cleaning. Okay, so we know who did what. Monday, Tuesday. And do it properly, you lazy oafs. Okay. What is that supposed to be? That's a terrible picture. That looks like a child drew this. Oh, we have multiple rooms in this one. What an unexpected turn of events. Everyone's awfully calm about this man being set on fire. An embroidered handkerchief with EC on it. £3 and 3 shillings. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Goran is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. Okay. A stiletto blade. London Gazetteer, Monday, September 7, 1786. This is the year where Sebastian Cloudsley died. Lord Edmund Cloudsley. Oh, Edmund Cloudsley, that's EC. His speech stirs Parliament. A lot of people in this Cloudsley family. Then again, I guess people had huge families back then. Fat Lord, AJ Pair Twins. The Pair Twins? Batley, Cloudsley, and Cubert. We've got some like house seals, house crests. My apologies, you can be so Bathier sometimes? Bathier? What does that mean? 6 rings with various stones. Okay, I feel like now we're getting into a much more complex case. £4. A fan. An ornamented Qatar blade. Shamal bath. Simhasana Batisi. Whatever that means. Nicholas Maker, attorney. Are you Nicholas Maker? I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. That damn ruby again. 2 shillings, 3 pence. Reading of the last will and testament of Sebastian Cloudsley, September 7, 1786. Okay, so he is Albert Cloudsley's son. Mary Cloudsley. What does this symbol mean? Edmund Cloudsley, Rose Cubert, Sebastian Cloudsley. This is the guy who died. So Edmund is his brother. Beatrix Batley, Peter Batley, that's the son. 4 inheritors, all present. Rose Cubert, Edmund Cloudsley, and William Willard Wright. Associate? Question mark? They don't even know who he is, but he's in the will. Okay. There's a lot going on in this one. Cubert, Cloudsley, and Batley. Ooh, oh boy. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind and memory, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. Dear brother Edmund, dear Willard Wright, and Rose Cubert, I bequeath to you the gold idol. Know what to do with it. This clue has been added. Idol of Xenopolis. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath notes from the urge I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Late sister, your mother, financial troubles to me, long disclose you. I resolve to compilation of my aphorisms to action of your life. Okay. Oh boy, we met so rarely after you left, therefore I bequeath to you, left for colonies, to you my savings land and the Blackfield man house. Okay. August Jockey Club Derby, race 6, spinning Jenny, £50. Dear Peter Batley, we have sent you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet to date the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Blackguard and Buck loans. Alright, so the first two scenarios they throw at you are very easy, very simple, and then as soon as you get to the third one, it's much more complex. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being yes, this is the same thing. Then what's this? Aphorisms? What's an aphorism? By Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in your forest, provided you own a forest, of course. If not, try and borrow one, I guess. And breathe the fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Oh well. That's very easy then. How didn't I think of that? So we have all of our clues here. That's a lot of names. Let's see. So we have all of these. Then all these identities was to receive. Oh boy. Oh boy. This one might take a while. AJ pair twins. Fat Lord. Where was that family tree? Alright, there's the family tree. Alright, so let me note down this family tree that we've got here. So there's only one woman among the four inheritors, which means this must be Rose Kubert. This, you would assume is the attorney, right? Would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. Nicholas Maker. I mean, he's got the card, so you would assume this is the attorney, right? Nicholas Maker. I mean, it could be someone else, but let's assume that this is this person. So that's this screen, and then we have 6 people here. This guy has EC, which means this must be Edmund Cloudsley, right? Unless he stole this. Lord Edmund Cloudsley's speech stirs Parliament. Dear Edmund, yours Theo. So this is Edmund. Edmund Cloudsley. The other ones are going to be a bit more complicated. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. Why would you do a freezing spell to do like spontaneous combustion? So he's got a horse brush and a knife. A horse brush. Adam and James, the Pear brothers. So their names are Adam and James Pear. Horse grooming. And what day is it right now? That would tell us who this guy burning is. Well, this has to be one of the Pear brothers, right? But which one? And then this guy is horrified. So this could be his brother. He's got the brush. So if we knew what day it is right now, maybe with the... Okay, Monday, September 7. Monday, the horse grooming is J, which means it's James. So this would be James, because he's got the brush on him. So this would be James Spare. Spare me, devil, I was simply following orders. But then this guy has EC on his bag, so what if this is Edmund? Prepare the carriage for tomorrow, we are to visit my nephew. Why do you have the EC bag? This guy has the handkerchief, but then this one has the bag. So which one of you is EC? Dear Edmund. Well, he's got the letter addressed to his name, so that must be him. You are seeking a capable new servant. The man for you, David Goran, is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents I am sure you will find very useful. A coachman. Coachman. This is already pretty damn hard. Damn. This is really hard. Simpson, a fan. So there's something about the amount of money they have, but like how can I connect that to who they are? Fat Lord. So their boss is someone fat, I guess. Who's fat here? This guy? Then this would be their boss? But which one is it? He has nothing on him except race 3, Raging Sultan, wager 35 pounds. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew. So Edmund, his nephew would be Peter Batley. We met so rarely after you left for colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. The colonies. Well, Rose has like all these items on her, right? Like a fan, and a guitar blade, and this book in like some other language. So this could be addressed to her. She's the only one that has like any clue that says she's been in the colonies. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Politics. Politics would be Edmund Cloudsley, because he's the one that made a speech in Parliament. Yeah, this has to be Edmund then. Edmund Cloudsley. My late sister, your mother. The sister of Sebastian was Beatrix. Wait, so I'm trying to guide you through my thought pattern here. Okay, so Sebastian Cloudsley had 3 siblings, Edmund, Rose, and Beatrix. My late sister, which means she died. Your mother. Now, the only person we know had a child based on the family tree is Beatrix Batley. Her son was Peter Batley. Disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago. I bequeath to you compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. So this is to Peter Batley. I bequeath to you the golden idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. Well, this is okay. Based on elimination, we can know who the guy with the idol is. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies. This has to be Rose Kubert, because she has like all the items, like she's been living far away. So if this is Rose Kubert, then that only leaves one inheritor, which is William Wright. Right? Aha! Alright. Then, the man with the idol right now. This guy. That's William Wright. Okay. Does anyone have the aphorisms on them? No, right? Because they're... The aphorisms are on the ground. Astonishing Monkey Man, property of Pear Brothers. Alright, well, if this one... If the guy burning is James Pear, that means that this is Adam Pear. That only leaves 2. Wait, no, Sebastian Cloudsley is the guy who died. David Goran is the coachman. Then who's this other guy? The coachman. Is this guy the coachman? What the blazes? He doesn't really look like a coachman, does he? Finest tobacco. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew. I mean, would make sense that this guy is the coachman. He has a saddlebag. Yeah, so this has to be the coachman. So this is David Goran. Well, the only name that's not here is Peter Batley, right? Yes! Alright, we got it. We got it. Alright, so it was to receive in his will and ordered to take thee from... Suddenly, James Pear died from spontaneous combustion. This much we can see. Okay, well, the will is from Sebastian. In Sebastian Cloudsley's will. Alright, so getting the identities, that's easy enough. But as to what happened here, I'm really not sure. Something to do with the winnings for the race. Like, they all have these different amounts of money, which I guess has something to do with it. Was either upset, scared, inspired, happy, ordered to take the idol. This has to be the idol. But no, William Wright already has the idol. Spare me, devil. I was simply following orders. So you were given an order. He has a knife. Oh, he even has the A here, so I should have known this was Adam. And yeah, there's the J there. I missed that. So they were both carrying knives. And then this guy, I guess, defended himself. Now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. What the blazes? Okay, so ordered the Pear brothers, Adam and James, to take the idol. This must be it. To take the idol from William Wright. Willard Wright. But who gave the order? This guy just says, interesting. And this guy just says, what an unexpected turn of events. So it has to be him, because he's the guy who's broke, right? Peter Batley. That's the guy that has money problems. So Peter Batley was, I guess, upset to receive the aphorisms in his will. And so they told him to take the idol. Yeah, we get it. Okay, so the money and the races, I guess that was like a red herring that didn't really have anything to do with anything. Peter Batley, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger, Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. Alright, so hey, we did it. It's so rewarding. I love these games because it's so rewarding when you can actually figure it out. And it sucks because they have so little replay value. All you can do is just watch other people play them, which is why I'm making this Let's Play in the hopes that you're one of these people who would want to replay this game, but you can't really do it because once you know the solution, it's just not the same. Like, I wish so bad I could replay Return of the Obra Dinn, but once you know, you kind of know. And like, even if you do forget some stuff over time, like maybe if I wait, say 5 years, I might forget most things, but some stuff would still, come back to me. So we've completed the full chapter. Let's do the next chapter. The Cursed Inheritance. So it's all about this idol that's being passed down from family member to family member. The Murder at the Little Mermaid. Ooh. And I know there's also some DLC for this game, and I might do the DLC or not. Depends if people actually watch this playthrough. If a lot of you watch it, then I will probably do the DLC. And you can see how easy it would be to make DLC because it's pretty simple, right? You just need to draw the scene and then think of a mystery. Not saying that they didn't put a lot of work in this game because clearly they have, but just saying it would be easy to add more stuff. So there's a trapdoor in the ceiling. Oh, there's someone outside. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? He's got an old rusty half of shares, a piece of stale bread, A note that says you can lie low for a couple of days in the old horseman's place down at the docks. Okay. An empty bed, not warm. There's a... I was gonna say it's a clock, but no, it's a little painting. The door does not open. The door does not open. There's a key in it. Revenge. R.R. Har har har. More little drawing. A trapdoor in the ceiling. So 2 trapdoors. So someone could have like went through there to get here. A dead dude. Got stabbed in the sides there, it seems. The man is not breathing. No shit. A walking cane. That damn ring again. What if the curse is from the ring with the ruby, not with the actual idol? Maybe it's the ring that's cursed. Someone else outside. What are you spinning there, my man? Shards of glass lie in the mud. Alarm, alarm, break-in! Watchman number 2, Henry Parker. Watchman's alarm rattle. The watchman's spear. The watchman's lantern. Okay, so this is Henry Parker. Should we put his name right away? Henry Parker. That way we won't forget. To my dear Maurice. The watch is ticking. So it's 2:25 right now. I hate music boxes. So this thing makes a little jingle when you open it. Okay. A washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Dear Proud Beast Master, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken. Proud Beast Initiate. And then what's down there? Oh, there's a whole party going on out here. At the Little Mermaid's Inn, Amazing Evans musical performance. On September 9, event shall commence circa 11 p.m. And they're still going on at 2. Wanted. Robert Redruth, escaped convict, reward £50. Tab, Green, Wine, Briage, Blair. September 9, Dandelion Room, Willard Wright. Willard Wright, that's the guy that had the idol. Forget-Me-Not Room, Ash Blair. Where did that blasted boy go? I really need a piss. A large kitchen knife. A partially peeled lemon. A ring of various keys. Dear Oscar Boyton. September 8. It has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and you are willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. The door to the street is shut with a latch. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. A violin, a key, a Navaja folding blade. Just deal the next one, it's all luck anyway. Isn't this Willard right? 3 shillings, 2 pence, a hand of cards, a key, a dagger. Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. A hand of cards, 2 shillings and 4 pence, a key, a stiletto blade. To Annie. You are beautiful like a rose. For you I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. Not such a great poet. I will find gold in a mine, if that makes you forever mine. Ooh, just gonna use the same word twice. Your piglet full of love. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Hand of cards, 7 pence, a tiny key, and a small sword. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. I'm still missing 2 clues. To Oscar Boyton. So that's all the clues. A lot of names. A lot of weapons. So let's see. We've got a lot of people to identify here. Crept into his room through the... While we're playing cards with loud music. A fight ensued upstairs and got stabbed with a... This is Annie. So there's an AG and an AB. Well, I would say someone went through the trapdoor, but it's also possible that they went through the window or that they had the key to the door. Okay, this guy's key is still in the door, so they didn't come through here. Which means it has to be someone who has the key, went through here, then through the cellar, and then into his room and stabbed him. An empty bed. And then there's this creepy guy outside. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? So, did you kill the guy? An old rusty half of shares. I mean, it doesn't look bloodied, so probably not. Did someone give you a note just to like incriminate you? Someone's jacket is still up here. Who's missing in their jacket? No one, really. Why can't he even look at these? Oh, because it's gonna tell me which room it is. Okay, so a forget-me-not and a dandelion. Wait, a dandelion, so that's the yellow ones, right? So this is the dandelion room on the right. Willard Wright. So is Willard Wright the guy that got killed? You would think, right? Yeah, this has to be Willard Wright. So he got killed in his room. I have attended our departed brother send-off. Proud Beast Initiate. This has to be Willard Wright. And when he says I inherited the keepsake, he's talking about the idol, but I don't see the idol anywhere here. Like it wasn't one of the clues. So maybe someone stole it? The Proud Beast Master. Alarm, a break-in. Well, if the window... The fact the window was broken doesn't mean the person... Well, they do show like that hook there, so they could have broken that to unlock the window. Oh, and there's a ladder. Is that a ladder or is that like a fence? It might be a ladder. So they must have broken through the window. That's why this guy is there. Which means the cellar, that's just a red herring, I guess. Unless the window was broken in the fight that happened in the room. Which I guess is possible. Oh, he probably broke in through the window. Killed the guy, and then he went through there to go out. Right. Got stabbed. Crept into through the... It has to be through the window. We're playing cards with loud music. What is this about? 424, 264. I have no idea what these numbers mean. Green, Briage, Blair. Are these like the names of your customers? Right, it's their tab. Green, Briage, and Blair. Be calm, John. So one of these two is John, but which one? Robert Redroot. Is that the guy we saw outside? That does look like him, yeah. Okay, so that's Robert Redroot then? What else? Amazing Evans, musical performance. So that's Amazing Evans. Is Evans his first name or his last name? Evans? What's his full name though? There's only one E, M-E. M? Maurice Evans? Where did I get Maurice again? I wish I could click it and then it tells me where I found this name. So, Amazing Evans musical performance. This guy is Evans, so that's his last name. And then if I'm to believe this page here, the only one with an E in the name would be M-E, and the only M we have is Maurice, so this has to be Maurice Evans. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Are you saying you only had the one drink? Oscar Boyton. Is this Oscar Boyton then? Is he the owner of the inn? The good owner of the Little Mermaid. Where did that blasted boy go? So let's assume that this is Oscar Boyton then. To Annie. 4 glass of wine. 3 glass of wine. 1 glass of wine. They all have a glass of wine, but that doesn't tell me how many they've had in total. Well, we know that Willard, right, is the guy that got stabbed. While these three were playing cards with loud music. Crept into his room through the window. Who crept in through the window? What are these numbers? I would like to complete all of these without using any hints, but it's gonna be really hard. There's boots here. Is anyone without their boots? This guy has muddy boots. This guy has his shoes. Oh. And who is it that left their boots upstairs? But all these people have their boots still, except this guy. I would never gamble with something so dear to me again. I thought he was like singing, but maybe he's just saying that. Gamble with something so dear to me. Oh, actually, you know what I just noticed? Someone came in from outside with their dirty boots, and then this guy has the dirty boots. I mean, that doesn't mean he did the killing, just means he came in from outside, which I assume they all did, but then why is he the only one with the dirty boots? And they all have a weapon, so it could be like any of them. Be calm, John. Alright, well, she's talking to this guy, clearly, because he says, what does that man have that I lack? And she's like, be calm, John. He bought me a drink, so this has to be John. Knowing this is John, his last name is a B. It could be Briage or Blair. So by elimination, this would be Ash then, right? Because he's the only name we have left. Like that's the only name that's like a first name. So one of them is A-G, one of them is A-B. You would think she wouldn't drink as much just because she's like a woman, I guess. So Blair? She could be Blair, she wouldn't drink as much. So Annie Blair? A-B. And then that would mean this is Ash Green? Because AG, which would be J Breage. Ah, shit. Alright, I made some mistakes. Damn, I was really hoping I could do it without any mistakes. I'm making too many assumptions, but like, how else are you supposed to... I need to rely on the clues. Let's see, it's a pretty big key. Do they all have a key? This one has a key. She's got a key. And he's got a key. They all have a key. And he's got a set of keys. So the key is not gonna help me know... Well, do the keys look different? So these are the keys to the hotel. Maybe they can look a little different. Let me turn off the hints. That looks like a key to the place. Okay, these all look the same. Okay. I thought maybe some of them would look different. Who left their boots upstairs? I mean, this guy has like just regular shoes, but so does this guy. This guy probably isn't renting the room upstairs because he's here for performance. This guy already has boots on. So then is it fair to think that the guy on the right is the one with the boots? Right, this guy? Which means this would be Ash Blair. If he's Ash Blair, then this is Annie Green. And then this is John Briage. Nice. Alright. Some progress. I don't know if I'm basing it on the right clues, but we are getting some correct answers. So, Willard Wright, Henry Parker, Robert Redroot, John Briage, Annie Green, Ash Blair. Well then, if he's the one with the room upstairs, he's the only one with the key, which means he has to be the one that killed him, right? While 3 of them were playing cards with loud music. So it can't be the musician. You would assume these are the 3 players. Unless they also went out through the window. Maybe they never went through the cellar at all. Is Robert Redroot the guy that killed him? Skipped convict, reward for 50 pounds. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? Can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place. Who gave you a note? Did they give you a note because you killed him? So either the guy came in, killed him, and then went out through the window again, which is possible, and then they placed the ladder back there. Shards of glass line the mud. So he would have muddy boots then, which means it has to be this guy. So he has to be the killer just because of the muddy boots, right? Which means he would have... Then he would have gone through the cellar. So John Briage crept through his window, while Annie Green and Ash Blair and then Oscar had to be the other one playing because he's the only other person. And if John Briage is the one that killed him, then he killed him with a small sword. I feel like I might be incorrect. Ah, shit. Okay. No, I'm wrong. Are his boots muddy because he's the one that went through the window? Or are his boots muddy just because he came in from outside? If he left the room through the cellar, then it's this guy. This guy in this room. Ash Blair. I hate that I'm doing it through like elimination, but... So you would have killed him with the dagger? While John Briage, and then Annie Green, and Oscar Boyton. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Then is it possible he came in through the trapdoor? But no, because the window was clearly broken into. Unless he broke the window to make it seem like it had been broken into, but the ladder was still like there. So maybe he tried to make it seem like someone had broken through the window and he went in through the trapdoor. Ah, that's what it was. So he just made it seem like he went through the window. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. He went and gave the note to that guy to frame him. Oh, okay. Not quite what I grasped from the information, but we did eventually reach the right conclusion, I guess. So the innkeeper was like playing cards with them. Okay. Alright, this one was quite difficult. Hello. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. Aye, a deranged convict did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I will make it worth your while. Interesting. Alright, I think I have time for one more. Let's try one more. This is going to be a bit of a tricky playthrough to edit together because a lot of it is just me thinking and I'm trying to vocalize my thoughts as much as possible, just like in Return of the Obra Dinn. But then when I cut out the silence and editing and just keep like the actual gameplay as the episode, it might make some quite short videos. So I'm trying to do a bit more. So Chapter 2, Part 5. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance, The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Oh, someone hid a syringe with some liquid left in it in the statue. Got multiple jackets, an overcoat and a hat, an overcoat and a hat, someone carrying a box of cigars. March 1st, 1788. So we're jumping ahead 2 years. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley again. We're following the same characters, like it's Edmund Cloudsley again in his manor. Dear Mary, here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley again. 1788. Okay. These sure are fine coats. An expensive cigar. Did you steal that cigar? Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco. Ash Blair again? Oh. Ash Blair was the name of one of the guys in the previous scenario. So he must be the one that owns the tobacco company. I will pay you when I am back, David. So Obviously, this must be little Pip. Let's just put his name in right now. Little Pip. Bunch of stuff happening up here. Ooh, okay, so we've got multiple rooms. There's a bag hidden upstairs. Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Darkhand. Monkey Man 2, tooth for tooth. A small bottle filled with amber liquid. Some kind of hammer. A couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. Actually, these might be hands on a clock. Mrs. Smith. 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You are responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker. I am to be woken up and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker. I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. N.B. David Goran's, another familiar name. Job requires that he may arrive or leave during night. No complaining about this. EC. Well, this seems to be the cleaning lady here. Of course, I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. A small, simple key. This is Lucia. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. Brian. Another weird key. Wait, so this is Lucia. Let's put in the names before we forget. Lucia. She seems to be cooking, right? So she would be Lucia Smith. This must be Lucia Smith. And then this would be Mrs. Baker. Baker. David Goran. To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. Oh, nice. The dinner party will take place on April 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Young Mrs. Richards appears not to enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Mrs. Richards. Got some wine. Full and sealed bottles with red liquid labeled wine. And some brandy. A full and sealed bottle with amber liquid labeled brandy. Okay, this is the pantry. 3 loaves of bread. Some lemons. A basket of potatoes. A sack of flour. A pair of opaque bottles labeled water. Cut vegetables. A big piece of meat. She's got the key. Dear Ada. Ada? This is Ada. There you go. I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. The door is locked. We've got a stack of candles. April 7. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary. After all these years, I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it soon. Tomorrow. Must be an interesting job you have when you have to call someone Master. Can you imagine? So she's keeping a diary. Portius, the wise slave, fables about rulers that make you think. 1 pound and 2 shillings and some ink. And then a secret box under the bed. A sealed pot labeled print paint. Down with parasites. Too long have they feasted on our blood and sweat. Ooh, she's secretly against the aristocracy. They are some parasites. And then there's another room upstairs. This must be for the other woman. A set of lockpicks. Lockpicks. Ash Blair finest tobacco. A dagger. A pistol. David. Clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. Oh. What do we got down there? Where are those? Same that we saw in that person's coat. The door is locked. Ooh, we have 4 rooms in this one. Okay, a lot to see. So there's a safe. And he's keeping the golden idol in the safe. Okay. Ooh, a bunch of letters. Bunch of letters. Oof. So behind there we've got 2 sealed bottles of cloudy liquid labeled Peptic Tonic. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of Peptic Tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. And some opium. Platonello. Ideal Republic. Visions of a utopia with order and structure. Dr. Abram Anderton. Secret codes. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money as denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Oh, money has changed hands, right? Such reading word, easy notice, unsafe. Okay, so we need to pay attention to this then. Another locked door. So each servant has their room. Raulo Cthulhu, Starchild. Stack of candles, some ink, 3 shillings and 2 pence. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. Oh. Mr. Mademoiselle, the laceless count, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. And a knife. Ooh. Some witch ingredients? A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. Interesting. The door is locked. So let's see what's in the garbage. Well, well, Edmund. You seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood. Final Vanguard. Edmund Cloudsley, once more you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. The Brotherhood of Masks. Dear uncle, I hear you are interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me £300. It is small change to you and I am desperately in need of it at present. Wow, pretty ballsy to just say, I'm gonna get this woman instead of you, and please give me some money in the same letter. Truly yours, Peter Batley. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He clearly is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Sincerely, Rose Kubert. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Lothar. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventures in the colonies so we can ship him away. Sincerely, Rose Kubert. Mrs. Baker, starting date 1787, August 1st. Position, housemaid. Yearly wage, £9. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out how long each of the servants has worked here, and that's going to tell us which one is in which room. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. The 4th one from every row. Pleased boy, freed lords. Those have with dare. Okay, I don't think it's those letters. Finally, let's see what's happening here. This clue has been added to the thinking part. Ooh, are we gonna have to figure out who was sitting where? Oh, we are. Okay. And who lives in which room, too. A full glass of cloudy liquid untouched. A salad untouched. A partially empty glass of clear liquid. A partially empty glass of yellow liquid. A partially eaten salad. A partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially empty glass of amber liquid. A partially eaten piece of roast. A glass of red liquid. Cloudy liquid. A piece of roast. A partially eaten salad. A red liquid. A salad. A partially smoked cigar. This is horrible. An embroidered handkerchief. I don't see any letters on it though. I mean we heard talk of like a young girl, so this must be her, because this one doesn't seem so young. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely What's with this hair? It just looks like you have a pile of like towels on your head. It's extremely upsetting. £4 and a shilling. It's poison! Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for a doctor right away. EC, yeah, this is our old friend Edmund Cloudsley. Oh, these must be key. I think maybe someone made doubles of his keys to go like in his things. She's dead. The lady is not breathing and her face is blotched. Is this Rose? Yeah, it's Rose. She still got her fan. £4 and rings with various gemstones. You killed my aunt, you devil. I should execute you on the spot. It's this guy again. A pack of cards, £2, and a fork. An opaque bottle labeled water. A roast. A salad bowl. A half-full carafe of amber liquid labeled brandy. A half-full bottle of red liquid labeled wine. An almost full carafe of yellow liquid containing lemons. A half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Okay, 1 shilling, again with these weird keys. Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner and I will slip you a shilling. Signed, Peter. Alright, so we have every clue. That took a while. This is gonna take a while to solve because there's a lot going on here. Dear Miss Richards. So this must be Miss Richards. Right? This guy is our old friend Edmund. This is our old friend Edmund Cloudsley. This, I think, is Rose Hubert. We remember her from the previous chapter. You're Miss Richards. When I visited your father... So one of these men must be her father. Could be this guy. We know this guy. This is Peter... What was his name again? He's the same guy from the first chapter. Peter Badley, isn't it? Yeah. This must be this girl's father, and then this would be the other servant. You killed my aunt, you devil. This man must be a Richards also. Then this guy is one of the servants. Mrs. Smith, Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, NB. NB? This is probably Mr. Walker. Who's NB? NB. Is NB someone's name, or is he just saying like, oh, something else? Like, because no one's name is NB. I don't have an N in any of these. So this must be just a note to like all of them. Mrs. Smith has been working here for 3 years. I do not read such dirty literature anymore, but she does. So she says she doesn't read it anymore, but we found it in her room, so I think she just hid it. Because she was like ashamed. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. Okay, Brian Walker. That's this man. I wonder what this is about here, just to give us her name? Or is there more to it? Door to the outside, not locked. So we read that the person that lives in the lowest room is the person with the longest service, right? So one of them smokes. We saw the little guy, little Pip's got a cigar outside, so this could be his room. David. Clean up the barn until Wednesday. David. David Goran, the coachman? Oh. Right, because this is a tiny little bed, so little Pip must live in this bed. Right. This is David Goran's room. He's just not here right now. Right, yeah. So... Right, this is little Peep. This is David Goran, which he's just not here right now. And then Mr. and Mademoiselle, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. So this must be like that scandalous novel. So Mrs. Smith lives in this room. Lucia Smith. Wait. Lucia Smith is in this room. And is also possibly a witch. And then this top run, remember to take the fourth one. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Wonder what this means. So far I haven't seen any letters where I'm supposed to take the first word. I, that word, the, me, you know. Let's try and find every letter from Edmund. See if we can find one that he wrote like that. Clean Wednesday, I experimenting artifact? No. This could be just a red herring. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Mary. Mary and Lothar, that's their names. Lothar Richards and Mary Richards. Haha! Got it. Wanted, then dead, and thus poisoned and hid the necessary key. In A, at the dinner party, ingested the poison and died. Well, it's Rose Qbert. Rose Qbert died. This letter doesn't have anything on it yet. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. A glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. So the person who's not drinking is not drinking alcohol and instead drinking this cloudy liquid. So the person sitting at the top here must be Edmund. Edmund was sitting up there. Cigars. Who's got the cigars? Run to the city, grab me some ash bear tobacco. David. But David isn't here. David is not one of these people. I will slip you a shilling, Peter. You did give him a shilling. That's Peter. A tale about the rich lord who married his donkey. Okay, which room had like the down with the... Okay, this must be the room of the old guy who married a donkey. Like this? Down with parasites? So it would make sense. He's also like the oldest one. So he must have been the servant the longest. Which means that leaves Ada Baker as the one in the top room. Alright. Well, the person here who seems like they could have poisoned someone is Lucia Smith. Right? Because in her room she's got this stuff hiding. A bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Once your target... No. That's a love potion. It's not poison. It's not poison. Take the fort from every row. What does this mean? This is Ada's room. What about Ada? Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Ooh, she's the one that's part of it. Okay, so Ada's the one that killed the guy. Ada is the one that killed Ada Baker, poisoned, and hid the necessary key. She doesn't have key on her, but she could have hidden the key somewhere. I mean, she probably used this syringe here. This must be the syringe that she used. Okay, let's see. Who was it that didn't want any meat? Prepare roasted boar, but young Mrs. Richards appears not to enjoy meat, so prepare an alternative side dish. Okay. So let's see. Edmund is sitting there. This must be the miss here because she's not eating meat. And she's also probably not smoking cigars. So this must be where... So this must be where Mary Richards is sitting. Because she wasn't eating meat and she probably doesn't have the cigar. And then... Peter also slipped a shilling to Brian to be sitting next to Mary. So here must be Peter. And then smoking the cigar must be Lothar, right? Which means the person here would be Rose Kubert. Now it makes sense, she's sitting right next to Edmund. That is correct. So, what did she eat that killed her? Was it the salad, the meat, partially eaten roast, partially eaten salad, empty glass of cloudy liquid? It could be the cloudy liquid, because Edmund also had it, but he hasn't been drinking any. She's been drinking the red liquid. Yeah, other people have also been drinking this. Yeah, it must be in the cloudy liquid. Poison the tonic and hit the necessary key. Dark Hand Steward wanted. Oh, but she wasn't supposed to die. He was supposed to kill Edmund. Wanted to kill Edmund. Cloudsley. Right? And so she poisoned the tonic, but then Rose took some tonic. All we're missing is where did she hide the necessary key? She hid it outside, didn't she? The key is down there. Right? Because we've seen these weird keys in a few locations. In a bag? In a mattress? No, it's in a bag. Yeah. Yeah, because she's in the top room. Ada Baker is the one that poisoned. She's in the top room. She, through the window, I guess, like, attached the bag. And then, like, dropped the key down there? But how? Why? In a bag, right? Aha! Nice. Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Dark Hand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. She used a syringe to poison a sealed Peptix tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Very nice, very nice. This is so much fun. I love these games. I could play this kind of stuff forever. No, this is the same. Yeah, this is so much fun. I love this. I hope it's fun to watch. I don't know how fun it is to watch for other people, but hopefully it is, because I'm having a ton of fun with it. I will be stopping here though. We've done 5 cases, given the first 2 were kind of like just tutorials, but these take quite a bit of time, so I know it's probably not going to be that long of an episode once I've actually edited it together. I also don't know how many scenarios there are in total in the game. I hope there's a lot, because I'm really enjoying this. Plus, we do have the DLC to go through, if you guys are up for that. I know I would love to play them, so I hope that a lot of people will be watching this playthrough. Yeah, this is just so much fun. I love these detective games and like trying to gather the clues from like a bunch of things, and you have to be observant. You have to try and make connections between all these different elements, and it can get quite difficult. But yeah, again, I hope it's fun to watch me struggle to try and figure things out. I also love this kind of weird, eerie, unsettling music. It really fits the vibe of the game. They also went with like quite a unique art style. Like it could have been any number of art styles, but I think what they went with does fit the vibe of this game quite well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to the channel. I play all kinds of games here. Do consider browsing like the playlists on my channel. I've played all kinds of different games. I'm sure you can find something you enjoy. And if you would like to support me so I can make more of these videos, please consider checking out my Patreon in the description below. All of my patrons also get a full week of early access on all my videos, so you get 3 videos ahead of everyone else. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, I had fun playing this, hope you had fun watching it, and I'll see you in the next video for some more Case of the Golden Idol. À la prochaine!